Alright, here we go. This is Final Fantasy ZZ. We're continuing on today after we class changed at the end of the last stream. And I did a bunch of shopping between then and now. You can see my red wizards are just about fully kitted out with magic. Lots of new spells to look at, although I still have one spell to pick up yet at level 7 here for this character, Hack, the last one. I did a little bit of equipment shopping. And I also went back into the ice cave to take a look at some of those treasure chests that we missed before. I picked up a couple of other useful things. To look at what I have there. I'm keeping a couple of things around here for their extra properties, but we'll talk about that. Hopefully we aren't going to need too much of that. As you can see, my knights did pick up some charges for their level 1 through 3 spells. I think their max in this version has been upped. If I remember correctly, that's one of the things that's been changed in this version. Another thing I did pick up earlier was the bottle. I picked up the bottle from the caravan. Use it, pop, a fairy appears and disappears. The caravan has been moved, it's actually hiding now. But we'll walk by where the caravan was. I picked that up off stream, as I said. The boom spell that I'm looking for is here, I believe. But this is the town of Gaia. I've already been here and done a lot of the shopping. But I'll look at some of the text. Tips from some of the locals. Weak wizards can use Saber. I think this is where Boom is located. Yes, it is Boom. That's a non-elemental offensive spell with a pretty high damage rating. Here's the fairy that came out of the bottle that I just used outside of town. You can use that bottle anywhere on the world. Once you've purchased it from the caravan, you can use that bottle and the fairy will appear here. And the fairy gives you Oxyale from the bottom of the spring. And we can't just exit, but I will talk to a few more of the townspeople, just so we can get a feel for the new color of the translation. I believe that that little shortcut that I took to get up to the ferry has been added in this version. Yeah, so this is the hint that you need to go pick up the bottle from the caravan. And there's another hint in town from, I think there's a girl here who says her father runs the caravan. It's a nice one. There was a professor who studied Lefianish. What was his name? Uno N? I forget. I like that. That's a nice piece of dialogue. I think one of these girls down here says her father. Elementals are stubborn because they recover hit points. Okay, so they are in the restoring status. Got castle in the west to test your courage in case you haven't gotten the class change yet. The fairy at the spring was taken. Another dancer. The barren land east of here full of terrible enemies. Yeah, that's a reference to the town of Lefian, and this town is Gaia. Yeah, so there's our references to everything we need. So I'm gonna head straight to the east. We're gonna go around the world here, and we'll show you the way to Onrac. Though I believe I'm gonna make a stop at Onrac, and then I will head up to the waterfall. I do not know what the waterfall is going to look like. I know the waterfall's been moved, which I will showcase here in a minute. Let's try some of our new spells. The only level 8 spells that the red wizards can learn are Power and Aura. Power is like a very powerful version of Temper. That's a self-targeting spell only. but it's almost 3 times as powerful as Temper in this version. You can see these guys are resisting the ice element, so the boom was much more efficient in dealing damage because it's non-elemental. That's the advantage of boom. So these guys have the insane resistance, even with 5 hits and at least a critical. We'll do 88, and they're 5 hits for 5 damage. So I'm not sure what they are weak to. Flare is a non-elemental single targeting spell. A spell I didn't pick up, but I'm kind of wishing I did. Hello, Sandbag X. A spell I kind of wish I had picked up is the Quake spell, which is in this version. So I have to take care of that poison. So here's what the other continent looks like, and I hope I'm not spoiling too much, Sandbag X. The waterfall is up here. Normally the waterfall is right here where the ship is. And Onrac is still where it's supposed to be, but they've changed up the map. Normally you can land the airship here and then take a shorter trip through dangerous ground over to Onrac. Sandbag X, I'm very, very sorry to hear about that, about your loss. My condolences to you. I do appreciate you stopping by today, and I'm very sorry to hear about your loss. So I'm just going to use my powerful spells on these guys. Okay, so you don't mind if I spoil the overworld. Well, I'm heading to the waterfall first, and I have not looked up anything about the waterfall, so I have no idea in what ways the waterfall has been changed besides the fact that it's been moved. Also, the caravan is now a hidden tile in the desert, and you can't land on it anymore. But I've already visited the caravan. I did that off stream, but we will stop by here just so that it's on record that I found it and was able to visit it. And if anyone else needs to see where it is, if for some reason they're having a hard time finding it, the enemies in the desert are kind of tricky, but with my characters as highly over-leveled as they are, they really weren't much of an issue. But I imagine that was part of the design of hiding the caravan in the desert, was to force players to more carefully manage their resources. So the desert becomes kind of a mini dungeon as you're exploring it, trying to find which tile the caravan is. And one thing I just thought of before I started is I don't know, and it would be cool if this could be the case, if the location of the caravan was randomized every time you hit new game, kind of like a modern roguelike game. I don't know if that would be practical or even possible when hacking an NES game to have a randomized tile like that. But I think that would be kind of fun. Alright, this is one of the really nasty fights. I actually fought one of these much earlier in this game, near where the airship desert is. They were in the swamp that is near the airship desert, and even that now has a longer walk to get to it. But these, yeah, the haunt and mutant enemies are a new enemy set. Obviously, you can see they use the same creep sprite and the bone sprite, but they've been recolored. And I'm not sure which enemies they replaced in the enemies table. But I do know that some enemies have been just taken out of this hack. I don't remember which. That's all in the README. Yeah, you don't think it was randomized? I don't think it was randomized either. It was somewhere up in this corner of the desert. I won't look for it too long, just so that we can get on to the waterfall. But I'll see if I can run into it so we have a better idea of where it is. Yeah, I don't think it was randomized either, but that would be kind of a fun feature if it was randomized. Okay, it replaced the creep and one other enemy. Okay. I know that that is all in the README, that certain enemies have been taken out. I think the Mad Ponies are gone. This is all off the top of my head, though, so I shouldn't speak. I shouldn't speak too much. I shouldn't conjecture too much. Okay, Mad Pony was replaced by another enemy. Okay. These guys are kind of nasty. I'm going to use the mute spell, hoping to stop them from casting their Ice 2. And as I say that, they get off their Ice 2, although I'm resisting the elemental stuff pretty well by this point in the game. But buying the slow and mute... Wow, I missed them all. Buying the slow and mute spells was really a step up for me. That's one of the big differences I noticed in this version of the game. The more I've looked at it, is that debuffs actually finally become useful, where in the NES version you very rarely would bother with debuffs. I'm using the light axe on that top knight. I need to watch his damage a little more carefully. I haven't really tried much with him. He should be doing a pretty good amount of damage with that light axe. As long as the misses don't happen too often. So I do have access to the heal staff now, so I can get a little bit of free healing. So that's something you can do once you have a magely type enemy muted and physical type enemy slowed. I think I'm just going to give up, but just trust me that the caravan is up there. It's up there somewhere. But it's a good way to recover if you do have a random battle where you can totally neuter your opponents with things like mute and slow. That was a nasty attack, although I have the life spell now. So finally that I have access to the life spell. It's not as critical for my characters to all stay alive. If this was a dungeon crawl, it would not suddenly be over losing a fighter like that. Which I have to say is very nice. Uh, 6.8 on the Richter scale, yes. Yeah, that tremor ability is pretty nasty. I'm thankful that it's only single targeting. That tremor is I'm fairly certain that that's a new ability that's been built in by the ZZ hackers. Or I should say ZZ himself. We'll see if I can mute this guy. I think it's the rock golem who uses the tremor attack. Alright, he attacked that time. So I can either mute him or just kill him in the first round. That would be okay too. Yeah, it's Earth Elemental. I'm guessing it's Earth Elemental. And yeah, I should have, although I didn't, get the Quake spell because when I was buying my, I think it's a level 5 black spell, that red wizards can equip only, not red mages. When I was buying my level 5 magic, I didn't look closely enough at the stats for Quake. And then I realized after I'd already filled up my level 5 spots, I went, oh shoot, I probably should have gotten Quake instead of one of the other ones I got. I can't remember which one I was thinking to replace it with, but certainly not Life, but something else of that vein. So I'm going to restock and replenish here in Onrac. And then we'll head up to the waterfall. I'll save here as well. The inn here is quite a bit more expensive than it used to be. And you can see my gold is quite depleted from where it was when we last stopped. I did have all 9s. 99999 straight across the board at the end of last stream. But buying all of that magic for my mages and stocking up on... here's houses are available here for 5,000. Okay, that's something I wasn't sure if houses were ever going to be available in this version. But they are here for 5,000. So here it's 1,000 gold to stay. I'm not sure. I don't know if it's that expensive in the NES version. I don't think it is. I think it gets up to 500 or something up here, but I might be wrong about that. So let's take a look at this waterfall, although I'm going to have quite a gauntlet of river monsters before I can get there. I don't want to use an Ice 2 spell already. So let's just see if we can get the Sorias quickly. I might regret trying to save my Ice 2 charges, because they can use the stone attacks. You can avoid overworld enemies by using tents and resetting to reset the step counter between saves. Yeah, that would be one way you could do it. I suppose that would be if you are if you want to do a low level attempt at one of the versions of this game. That would be the way to do it, I suppose, if you're trying to avoid getting experience from unrunnable enemy sets. And yes, with this party, I want all the experience I can pick up, and the enemies aren't as threatening to me as they once would have been. This one looked to be runnable. Who has my coward staff? He doesn't have it. He doesn't have it. I must have missed it. Oh, he has the coward staff. There we go. So I'll see if I can fire off a heal staff charge here. Nope. Encounters that are runnable, I will be running from if there's bigger groups of enemies that might be using status effects on me. The coward staff will be a guaranteed run, so when that red mage gets a turn, it will be a guaranteed run, because it casts the spell "Run!" exclamation mark, which just takes any battle that is runnable and gets you out of there. And I'm glad to be out of this one, because these guys can do poison and they can do the area of effect damage. I'm glad I got out of there with just one poison. And here is the waterfall. Can I use a tent cabin out here? Yes, I can use that in the canoe. I did not know if I could use a tent while in the canoe. Alright, so I imagine that this is going to be a common fight in here. Alright, so I have two charges for all of those. Now, that's good. Let's try that and see if I can use those fighter charges first. Thank you for the good luck wish, Sandbag. I'm really hoping to hit those mages with my silence. Alright, I hit the bad man with the silence. Not exactly what I wanted. Alright, so he dodged the warp. The pro rings are on the fighters right now. I think I probably will switch the pro rings over to my mages, since they can cast the life spell. Yeah, so there we go. Maybe he didn't have the pro ring on. And that's what I was hoping to mute these guys before they could start that kind of nonsense. But I'm guessing the lower intelligence of the fighter made the mute miss. So let's see if we can hit with one of these. Okay, so I got that top one and I got the bottom one. And the bad man's already been silenced. So if I can go after that middle mage now with my remaining characters, we should be good. And yeah, if all of the fights in here are as nasty as this could be a big one. This could be a bad dungeon. Oh, Void negates resistances? I did not know that, Sandbag. I didn't know that that penetrates. I thought that I had seen that that the pro rings do protect from void, but I'd have to look at that. I'm not going to now, but because either way, that fighter is dead. But I guess if I see he has a pro ring on, then I'll know that it cut through defenses. So this would be a battle that, if I was running low on resources, I could, at the end of the battle, in a time like this when it's just that one silenced mage left, I could restore a lot of hit points if I had everybody alive, because they can't do very much damage at all, and I can get these heal staff and cure staff uses off. That'd be a little bit better if I had more characters alive. But I will get just a little bit of health back here before we move on. White staff won't restore very much, but mute is really very effective on these guys. Or it blocks not only the regular spells that they cast, but also their abilities. It also blocks their abilities. And when the abilities are as nasty as this, you need all the help you can get. Okay, so he's going to be pretty close to full health. I'll use it one more time just in case. Try to get some free healing. And we finally reach the end. So there's one battle down, and one fighter dead. Let me see if that fighter... Yeah, he sure enough did have a pro ring, so Void did penetrate his resistance. That's unlucky news. That's okay, though. I hope I don't run out of life charges running through this dungeon, but we will see. I do have exit. So I should be okay. Yes, that would be something, wouldn't it? Gonna get the quick restore here. This is something that, of course, is also a problem in vanilla when you have higher level characters that are losing a lot of hit points. It becomes kind of a drain on your resources. Your potions start to run low. Okay, this battle I've done before. I know this battle. I'm okay with this battle. I don't like that my Fire 3 is on the same spell level as Life, because I have a feeling I'm gonna need those in a big way. So let me see what 2 Fire 2s will do. I haven't tried 2 Fire 2s, but I should, with the fighters attacking the dragons, in addition to 2 Fire 2s, I should be able to get the dragons out this round. And the big uncertainty will be the vampires. Because the zombie dragons can really do a ton of damage, and they can also do curse, which is can incapacitate your characters pretty quickly. So this is actually a tougher battle than it normally would be when I would not be needing to hoard my spell charges at the Fire 3 level. This should take out the gargoyle, and it ought to get the vampires. We're just gonna have to be methodical about this dungeon, like every dungeon in this game. And I may have to do it in a couple of pieces. And that's okay if I do. I'm not in any rush. I have to explore every nook and cranny I come across, because I don't know how much this has been changed. And Yeah, X Death is on that same spell level, so I'm going to save that if I can too. Oh, you know what? Maybe that's why the... I'm wondering if Void... I wonder if Void is the reason that he could get hit with the attack, even with the pro ring. Glad that missed. Glad that one missed too. Wow, that was a nice damage attack. Let's see if I can get another couple of those mages. All these guys are pretty deadly. But I wonder if Void would nerf the protection from the pro ring. I bet it does. And yeah, that's a really rough spell to have to eat. See if I can get these guys quickly. Alright. Gotta try and get that nightmare out of here before it can do too much damage to me. Alright, that's okay. I don't so much mind that. I haven't really gone after that nightmare yet, so that doesn't really hurt my progress in this battle too much. Still got him this round. Do Cure 2 and a Heal Staff. See if we can get a good turn order here. Heal Staff first is nice. That kind of removes the benefit a little bit. Gotta hope for a good turn order in battles like this. Yeah, I agree with you there, Sandbag. I'm wondering if that's what that does. If that's why why some of the elemental spells are doing a ton of damage, and why I'm getting hit with the nasty death attacks and that when it takes your defenses away from your equipment. I'm wondering if that's the case, and it seems that is the case. I'm going to try a Fire 3 and a Fire 2, because that last time I fought this one, that was really draining on my hit points. So if I can end this around early, it might be worth burning a Fire 3 charge. I hope I don't need... If I end up needing to use more than 11 or 12 life spells, then I'll probably will need to have cast Exit before that anyway, I'm thinking. And if this can help with some of the damage I'm taking, and even help me win it in the first round, that makes a big difference. And I think he will have gotten, at level 37, he should have gotten, yeah, he has an extra spell charge at that level now. So no matter what happens in here... Alright. So this is a nasty one. Let's see if I can get mute off from both of these guys. And we'll do one of these, we'll do a Fire 2 spell. Because I do have the Zeus Gauntlet, I can cast Lit 2 on enemies. I'm fine with that. But that's not going to do me much help down here. But if I can silence them, that will stop their glance attacks. So it's just the top left Medusa that I need to worry about for glance attacks. And they don't appear to be weak to fire. going to be ineffective on a lot of them. Okay, so it missed the one that my other mute spell missed. Alright, so that was just a status attack stone. And I don't know in this one... Okay, the Medusas do have a status attack stone, it looks like. So I'm going to have to pull out my big ones here, my big spell guns, to try to just get out of this battle. Boom should really help a lot. That was a nice damage roll. Alright, and they all three got spells off and missed the stoning ability. Not much damage from Lit 3. Huge experience for those guys. As has been the case the entire game, my red mages who have been in the back row for most of the game have been way ahead of my fighters in experience. You can see they just hit level 40, and my fighters are just hitting 37. Alright, I'm gonna try to look... Nope, okay, so I do have to go up and around farther, it looks like. So the dungeon floor has been adjusted, as I would have expected it to be. Okay, I got the top mage with silence. Okay, and the nightmares are the ones casting void, which is a very good / bad ability for them to use in conjunction with these mage enemies. That was a very clever combination. Okay, so that mage missed his warp. Yeah, I sure could use a white mage now, yes. You know, I've talked about this a little bit on the forums for this game, too, where we've been kind of talking about it with ZZ and a few other folks, that I started this blind with this party. And if I had done more research, I would not have picked this party, but I'm sure I'll be able to finish it with this party. And everyone who's played this game agrees that I should be able to finish it with this party, but it's definitely not the easiest experience, and they're not the most versatile set of characters. The red mages certainly are not as versatile as they were in vanilla. I'm gonna heal up a little bit. So yeah, I probably if I do this again, and I'll probably play the game again. I don't know if I'll stream it again, but I'll probably play this hack again. I will probably go with something like Fighter, Thief, White Mage, Black Mage. Is probably the party I will pick. Alright, here's another one of these. Let's spread our Fire 3 usage around. Good, glad we got one of the dragons in the first shot. Let's see if we can take out that dragon before he gets a fasted attack off on me. Now the Fire 2 in conjunction with the Fire 3 should help, and it might even take out that dragon. I hope it does. Okay, it just barely did. Those zombie dragons, I haven't checked in the stats, but it seems like they are still weak to fire, but they have a pretty high magic defense stat. When you fight the zombie dragons paired with... Alright, so even that's not quite enough yet. There's been a few false starts like that. Okay, no escape. Actually, this battle is a lot easier than the last one. This has been probably the easiest battle that I run into in this dungeon. I wish they were all like this, but I think so far all of the battles in the waterfall have been unrunnable. I think. I'm trying to think if I've run into one that has been runnable. I don't think I have. A little bit of free healing there. I was hoping to fire off the heal staff to get a little bit from everybody, but not the case. Let's see if I can just get these guys with straight damage. Alright, I can get one with straight damage. Rather than worrying about trying to silence them. Okay, good. Now the nightmares and bad men are no picnic. But if there's just two mages and I can get them in the first round without trying to silence them, that would save me some of my spell charges, which I will probably need as we go through, because the battles with three mages when I might not want to take them down in one round, I can still rely on silence. Let's see if we can get a little bit of free healing. Yeah, darkness works in this hack, so only 2 hits on that guy. You know what, that makes me think. I think I will move the light axe to my second position fighter. Looking at that, I want to trade. If he's going to be more of a target for all of those stats, not just darkness, but also stun and everything else that will take him out of being my best fighter. That's probably a standard bit of FF1 strategy that I'm finally getting to here. These Hellbats are nasty. They can do stuff like they do big fasted attacks and the like. Let's do a couple of Fire 2s. The Hellbats won't take much damage from Fire 2s. But yes, they do things like that. They do things like slow, and they can fast themselves, I believe. But hopefully both of the Fire 2s take out the vampires. And yeah, the Hellbats resist the fire. Okay, good rolls, good rolls, good rolls. Alright, 2 of them is okay. And see, he's down to 1 hit. Their damage is just completely nerfed. All of these guys. Oh, I should have used the free staff. I forgot about that. And I should have used a magic attack there. Alright, and okay. That fighter got nerfed too. So statuses are much more a feature in this game. And now I'm not sure. Let me see if that last character is still poisoned. I don't have anything here I want to use. Holy will do a little bit of damage to them. Okay, so that last guy was paralyzed. Holy will do a little bit. At least it'll hit both of them. Let's try to get a little bit of health back here, and then we'll have to heal up. Poison is a lot stronger in this game. Poison, I think in vanilla, just does 1 hit point of damage every round, but here it does a percentage. I think it's I can't remember if it's something like 15% of your health. Maybe that's too high. But it does a percentage of your health. Now, oops, he's only at 384. So I fully expect the final dungeon of this game to be a really nasty experience. Okay, we are to a room. And 3 zombies, it's like a dream come true. I'll take this battle any day. then what I might do, if I can get it just down to one Zombo, maybe I'll slow him, and then and use my heal staff to get some free healing. Okay, didn't hit on either of them there. I was hoping to be able to farm this last one for health, but I probably shouldn't. But I will get a little bit of free health from him. If I had been able to land slow on one or the other of them, I would have probably tried to farm them, but that's okay. Now, I expect I won't be able to get the treasures in here without facing off against some kind of nasty. Just based on what I've experienced already with this particular hack. Yeah, I'm trying not to find too many spoilers for the end of the game. So thank you for not spoiling that sandbag. I've seen referenced a couple things, but I'm trying to not have them spoiled before that last stream. Alright, let's see if there's something nasty guarding the room. Okay, the blue D and gas Ds. So let's get our barriers up right away. Who has X barrier? He has X death, and I'll X bar for you. Let's see if I can get the attacks up quickly. Alright, so that should defend against the poison. If they use their poison breath attack. So finally I have my red mages acting like white mages. And there we go. I'm glad I got the poison up because that's going to block that. Alright, so this should be much more manageable now. Actually, let's just go after all of these. Okay, gas dragons were a group 8 encounter. Was that, do you mean here in the waterfall sandbag? They were a group 8 encounter in this tile set? Because I remember running into the gas dragon set in the Temple of Fiends Revisited, but I don't think I ever saw them anywhere else. And I don't think I ever saw them paired with the blue D. I think I usually would see groups of three or four gas Ds in the Temple of Fiends Revisited. Yeah, in the NES version. Yes. Are these all going to be protected? Okay. They were group 8 in the waterfall. Okay, so they were around here, huh? But I think it's just going to be X Death that's the one that will resist these. Yeah, so let's go with Boom. Ooh, okay. So one poison is off. Let's hope we can get the defense off before... Okay. The other dragon went to attack instead of poisoning me. Instead of using the poison ability. And then now the X-Death defense is more or less moot. Let's see if I can just finish the battle here quickly. Alright, there's the Mud Golem down, and the Gas D down. Okay. So, if all of these are defended, I could be in trouble. I'm just going to use as much healing as I have here. But if all of these are protected by nasty guys, this could be kind of a white knuckle encounter here. I'm going to have to do this kind of healing after every fight. Alright, let's see what I pick up at least. Alright, ribbon. I will take that ribbon. I was ready to drop this. Alright, and let's get it equipped. Alright, so I've got that set. And pro rings on everyone else. So we're okay there. Alright, and as I thought, this is also defended, and we're going to have to fight the D's again, the gas D's again. I might just have one of these guys cast Fire 3 and one cast Ice 3. Oh, I'm going to have to switch them because they both don't have Ice 3. So, Ice 3 and Fire 3. Yeah, I was thinking about that, Sandbag X. Ribbons aren't, it doesn't seem like they're a necessary item because you have access to X-Depth and X-Bar to kind of simulate the effect, but good for the battles when you can't use that. I assume that's what you mean by that they're not as powerful but still essential. Because I was thinking about that for the final battle, that it won't be quite so essential to have ribbons ready for everybody when I can, in the first round, get all of the same resistances up on all my characters. And let's just continue, see if I can get a little bit of free healing here. Good. Even just those 20, and as long as I get an attack here next before he's able to damage us, I'll be happy. Good. That worked out in my favor. I shouldn't have to do any healing. Okay, Wizard Staff. I knew I was going to have to be dropping some of these things. So let's just get rid of one of these flame staffs, one of these fire 1 staffs, staves. And I'm going to have to fight this gas D battle again. Right here. Alright. I'm gonna have him use an upper level spell. And we'll have you use X-Depth. Alright, good. Alright, doing great damage. That's good. So those gas keys should just go down to 1 hit each now. After solid damage from that spell. So again, I'm glad now that I am over-leveled because I'm doing this on stream. If I was doing this at the level where you normally would be with this, I probably would have to go in, fight a couple of these battles, and then warp out and try again. And I still may have to do that, but we'll see. Alright, I've already got this one. That was the ribbon, I believe. Okay, and that one's not protected. Okay, money, money. Okay, eyes and ghosts. This will be worth a Fire 3. And I believe you can afford a Fire 3 as well. But again, I probably would have to do multiple attempts at this. I probably would have gotten wiped out, run out of resources, run out of healing, and would have to do a couple of attempts. So I'm glad that on stream, with my overleveled characters, I can explore this in a smooth way that anyone who pops in to watch now or the video on demand can see kind of a smooth run through this dungeon. Now I am prepared to take things kind of conservatively, if need be. hyper knife. Let me see if anyone can equip that. I'm gonna check the README. Okay. Hyper knife is... Okay. Red wizards can equip it, and it casts lock. Looks like it casts lock when used, and it has 18 and 43. Alright, I will grab it, just in case I end up needing it later. So I will drop this extra... I'll drop this extra battle sword, I believe. All the other ones I want to keep, if I can. The battle sword's expensive. And I'm gonna try... Oops. I wanted to grab the cube. And I need to get to this chest, fight this battle, which I'm sure there is. Well, you know what? I did not heal between. Uh-oh, this is bad. I'm gonna have both of these guys cast X-Depth to try to defend. I didn't heal between these fights. I forgot to heal. Glad I got the defense up, but my second position fighter probably is gonna be dead. He'll probably take an attack and die. That was silly of me. Yeah. Now I need to be careful. I'm actually going to use the aura spell. Use these 8th level spells for my red mages just to try to survive this fight. Try to do as much damage with that fighter as I can, but give him up probably for lost. And let's power ourselves up. Hello, Shahali. Thank you for popping in. I'm practicing my 8th level spells here. And these guys with 8 level spells should be pretty unstoppable. Now, I'll bet we'll get this dragon here in one round. Very good. This is becoming quite a tense fight. Ooh, Quake, I'm glad that didn't do more damage. That could have been nasty. I should have spread the attacks out there. I wasn't sure what they were going to do to the mud golems, but we should be okay here. And I should be able to exit out with no problems. A white sword. I'm going to want that. So I think the one I'm going to want to drop is the snow staff, because I don't think I'll need to ever cast just regular ice from these guys, just regular ice 1. We'll pick up the white sword. And out let's get. I got the cube. Let's make sure I got the cube. Yes. Let's get out of here and let's save. Curing here just to try to get us back to town if we can. I'm totally out of heal potions. And I have to take another look at my equipment set here. I wasn't sure what I was going to find in there. So I'll have to take a look at what I have for equipment. Okay, and I'm limited on curing here. That's one thing that I am a little bit too light on the cure department, on the healing with this party. Part of that's the way I did my spells. I didn't pick up the extra heal spells. Who has the coward staff? Get out of here. And the next thing I'm going to do is head on into the Undersea Palace. Water temple, whatever you want to call it. Alright, let me bop this around. Thought that my red mages would be able to handle a little bit more punishment. That's why I put them up there in the front. Okay, we just get out. Glad I saved, in case I do get a character or two knocked out here. But that was very, very close. But I was thinking, I didn't heal up there, but I didn't really have a ton of healing before that last battle. I was totally out of heal potions. Totally out. And had very few cure spells left. I had a couple, I guess I had like 4 cure 2s from one of the characters and 10 cure 1s from another one. But, alright, glad I used the Coward Staff. I'm glad I was able to survive that one. But I wouldn't have been able to get too much extra health onto those guys. So this is inescapable. But I'll have one use Ice 3, one use Fire 3. That should take out just about everybody. I think the Ice 3 should get all the Saurias. Okay. Missed one of them. The Fire 3 should take out the Giant, and it may get the Sauria even with the resistance to fire, yeah. Yeah, ZZ and Hack hitting level 41 is pretty funny. Alright, so we're back to restocking on our potions. And we'll take on as much of the water temple as we can. I've got about 2 hours left in streaming time today. So that should be enough time to do a good chunk of the water temple, if not all of it. That is the goal, though. If I can get all the water temple, I'll call the stream at that point. Or if I get to about 2 hours from now and still haven't finished it, I will stop wherever I am and pick it up again. I'm going to, after I restock everything here, I'm going to take a look at my armor set and weapons array. I need to look at that white sword and see what its stats are, who can equip it, what it does, and make some decisions about where to put it. So if you'll bear with me on that, I'll have to do some kind of some thinking out loud. Alright, so I'm full on heals, cures, softs. I got my cube. I have plenty of cabins, tents, and houses. Let's refresh ourselves at the inn. Okay, I'm going to take a look at my setup. White Sword has attack of 35, and it casts Mend. Okay, so it casts a healing spell, which is great. An attack of 35. The Battle Sword is 32. So it's going to be more damage than that. What is it compared to the Light Axe? The Light Axe has the attack of 40, but much lower on the accuracy, but a higher crit rate. So I think I might do a White Sword on one of the fighters, and the Light Axe on the other fighter, and then Holy Swords on both of those characters. So I have one Battle Sword to sell. That will free up a weapon equipment space. Food time! Go get yourself some food, Sandbag X. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate that. Enjoy your meal, whatever you're enjoying today. Alright, so there's my battle sword. Sold. Let me see if there's anything else that I could part with. I'm not gonna want to part with the cure staff, heal staff. I may be able to part with one of the white staves. Let me see what mend does, how powerful mend is. Let's see what the... Okay, so it's an HP up, and it's actually pretty significant. It looks better than Cure 2. It looks like it's... Yeah, it looks like it's base 75 rather than base 40, so that's actually huge. So I could afford, if I needed to afford, to drop one of those white swords. Or, sorry, one of the white staves, because that just casts Cure 1 on the character, so I wouldn't need to double up on that. So if I get into needing an extra spot, I can drop one of the white staves. And then possibly after that, I might drop the Sun Staff here, because I don't really have much need for Harm 1 anymore. Alright, now let's take a look at armor. I want the Atlas Gauntlet for Temper. These provide resistances, but I can actually buy those if I want to, so I can get... I don't need to have those. The Pro Rings I can buy now, so I can actually sell one of those Pro Rings. I think it's here I can buy the Pro Ring, yeah. So I'm going to sell one of these Pro Rings. Just for now. Alright, I need to get rid of this user. Sorry, I don't have spam on my channel. I don't play that. So, okay, I have a space there for one extra piece if I need to, and then if I need more room, I can buy the Axis stuff, so I can drop those if I need to drop those. Okay. And I think we're set. I think we're equipped and ready to go. I'm going to keep the Hyper Knife around, because it has that lock spell that it can cast. So after that, I'm actually going to stay at the inn again. I should have done my shopping first, but I'm going to stay at the inn again in case I do need to die and reset myself. Okay, let's take a look at this underwater temple in Final Fantasy ZZ. Kraken awaits. But of course, like usual, we're going upstairs first. Does the sage have any advice? Okay, nope. I don't remember if there's a sage there in the vanilla version or not. They might. There might be. Alright, so as usual, we'll go upstairs first. And again, I'm exploring a lot here in case extra treasure chests have been thrown around here in the upper couple of floors. I don't think I've very smartly distributed my attacks. Let's see if I can get rid of both of these wizard sahags. Okay, so he can one-shot them. Also, my Zeus Gauntlet is going to be much more useful down here. 334 is a pretty nasty attack to have to eat. But I can see with enemies having higher hit point totals, many of them I should say, is going to make my spellcasting items less powerful. And especially that they don't use the intelligence modifier. So they're going to end up doing a lot less damage overall. So I might just clear out this first floor first, and then go out and stay at the inn. That might be how I have to do this. Explore this first floor, go out and stay at the inn. Okay, ink is a nasty, nasty attack. Wowee, ink is a nasty, nasty ability. Alright, Fog 3 will buff our armor quite a bit. And there's the poison taking him down. Wow, though. That is a really nasty ability. Let me use Azuna here, try to get the rest of my team out of all their nasty statuses. So I definitely think that's how this is going to be, this particular run. Is going to be clearing out one floor at a time. Let's see if I can increase our evasion here. Yes, Watchers are the nasty early game early game enemies that would wreck you. Now, hopefully at level 40, I'm able to survive them just a little bit. But boy, that ink attack is nasty. And if Kraken uses that attack, as I would imagine Kraken does use that attack, we could be in trouble when we fight Kraken. That's going to be very interesting to see. Because normally, in the vanilla version, of course, Kraken's ink attack is kind of a joke. Alright, there's finally, after all those lit 3s, that shark dies. Alright, so he just attacked 2 hits for 2 damage with the Paralyze. But, yeah, wow, those guys are pretty wrecked. Yikes. Alright, let me switch him up to the front, and then we'll heal. This is the turbo button healing. Can't do that with the second characters. Gotta get a good rhythm when you have to go to the other characters. Alright. I don't want to miss anything that's been added here on this first floor. Strike first. Alright, I'll take this opportunity to get out of here. So it's good to know that some of these battles are going to be runnable. Does he have the Zeus Gauntlet? No, this guy has the Zeus Gauntlet. So I can get lit 2, and let's get lit 3 this way. And I could have done that last battle a little bit more smartly. Having just the one guy, one of the characters run and the other ones use healing stuff to take advantage of the free healing. I'll have to be smarter about that as we go higher and or deeper into this dungeon. So this is not going to be like the Waterfall where you can just do the dungeon crawl in one straight shot. Significantly lower here when it's lit 2 and it doesn't have the intelligence modifier for the doubling calculation. I bet that'll be enough damage to kill him. Yep. Fire off the heal staff and get the last attack in. Textbook. Although one of my fighters is still pretty low. So there's the stairs going down. So nothing on this side. See if I can mute that Watcher. And get ourselves evading some of these shark attacks. I don't know if the Watchers are immune. I didn't hit that time, so I don't know if it's immune or if I just missed. But that might be a good thing to find out here in this battle if I can. Alright, well, at least we know they die. do a couple of attacks. And the sharks ought to do the same. Good. And we'll have to heal again. Yeah, those guys are... those gazers or watchers are gonna wreck you like Titanic. You are absolutely right about that. Alright, so there's the stairs going up. Let me see if he did hide a goodie bag for me in here, though. And then we will go ahead and exit and heal up. There. Is that one there the first one that I visited? Can't remember now. I think I visited one of them on the right side, but I don't know if it was that one. I wasn't very methodical about exploring this floor. Alright, so they are fasting the sharks, which is not great. Let's see if we can get those sharks before too much damage gets thrown out at us. Alright, there's one down. Not the one that was fasted, though, I don't think. Well, it's good to know that these monsters are manageable, even the unrunnable fights. And so far, it looks like they're not as difficult as the waterfall enemies, seeming that maybe you were designed to do... Oh, nope, I was on my way away from that one. Yeah, okay, so nothing here on this opening floor. So I'm going to take off... Okay, so the elementals, I wonder, these are the ones that the townsperson told me are always in regen-ish status, in life-restoring status. Let's see if they are weak. It doesn't... The water's... might have that strong defense stat again in this version. Yeah, it seems like they do. I can't remember if in vanilla if the waters are weak to lightning, or if they're one of the weird ones that you think would be weak to it but aren't, or if they just have a high defense stat. That I can't remember. Let me see if anyone's close to a level up. 30,000, 7,000 there, 17, 16, okay, so we're getting close on that other fighter. I won't grind for it now, because I'll probably pick it up here going through the next floor up. So I'll certainly have that level before we have to deal with Kraken. Okay, in the original... a group of waters by themselves was flagged unrunnable, but a water paired with the Naga was runnable. That's interesting. I'm glad to be chatting with someone who has such an intimate knowledge of the encounter table of the original game. That's good to know. I'm always very interested in that. It was actually the Final Fantasy V 4-job Fiesta that got me interested in general in how game systems work, in reading algorithms guides to games that I know and love, or games that I thought I knew and loved. I still love them. But it's been very interesting reading the readme to this hack, and then reading, of course, the algorithms guide for the NES version. It's been very interesting, learning how these work. Cool. So nothing here on this first floor, at least that I've found. If there is something, then they're hiding it from me. me see what kind of damage I can do with these items. It's pretty piddly and probably not worth using down here. It's probably better to just have the red mages attack with the levels that they're sitting at. Okay, defending the elements, that's alright. Holy, I think, is not an elemental. Great damage. Doing excellent damage with the light axe, which I normally don't use in vanilla. I don't know what those tiles are. Oh, I didn't restock on heal potions. Shoot. Well, after I clear out this floor, I'll have to do that. So let's see if I just disperse my attacks out this way. Let's see how quickly I can take these guys out. If I have 2 red mages attack a water, can they take them out? Yes, alright, and then I can just split them up this way. Although that fighter with the light axe, with his crit rate, he's probably going to be able to take most of these guys out in one hit. Now 341. That may have been enough. Alright, I don't know what we're looking at here. They don't look like chests, but they look like something. So this is the same fight again. I don't know if this is just a double spike here, or if one's a random and one's a spike. Either way, I need the experience, and these battles aren't too draining of my resources. I'm going to try to just have the fighter with the light axe attack that bottom one to take advantage of a little bit of free healing here. Although it hurts that I get hit with 168 damage crit. But other than that, the plan worked. Alright, so those are nothings. And they're spikes, and at least one of them was a nothing. I don't know if this one is also a nothing. Yeah, that one red mage took that one out on his lonesome. Good to know. Alright, not so bad. If we had gotten more of our guys attacking before the waters, we could have gotten a little bit better with the experience there. Okay, so nothing there. So I don't know what that is, but okay, so these clearly are double spikes then. Let me rearrange this. Get you there, and then each of you guys on one of these waters. And if we get really good luck on our rolls, we could get them all, but I see we're not going to get them all. I would need to have a little bit higher roll for the light axe fighter. But we got that water. We should get the other water here. The Naga is probably a little bit more dangerous enemy to leave. That's okay, though. Alright, so we just have a dangerous spiked room there. Now we know that. I did not see a can't run prompt, so I will take the chance to get out of here. Ooh, sea trolls cast warp. Yikes. Alright, so we know sea trolls have the warp spell. And even though I had a guaranteed run with the coward staff coming that battle, that first round, it was not easy. And this one's a no escape. You know what, let's go for Fire 3 on these guys, because I'm probably, again, gonna go back to the town after this floor. Once I've explored this floor thoroughly, I'll exit out of here. Part of that decision is because I forgot to restock my heal potions after going through the first floor. And that's going to be a limiting factor for me. Alright, we've got a chest. They do exist. Alright, it is spiked. Okay, with the nasty eye ghost combo. Alright, there's boom. That's a bad one. When combined with the super high attack power of the ghosts. That's a bad attack to have land on you. Alright. Alright, Mage Staff, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be nice, although it's a little bit underpowered compared to the levels of my characters now. But that's okay. You know what, I'm going to do this. There we go. Take a picture of my Mage Staff. Glad my fighters are doing so well with health. I'd love to see their hit point totals so high. Although it is a chore to heal up that many hit points. I'll gladly do it. Alright, he's got the Lit 3 charge. I'll have just you do lightning 2. I really like the slow-paced battles of Final Fantasy 1. I know for a lot of modern gamers, probably these are just excruciatingly slow. But I rather like being able to set down the controller and watch a round of battle play out with a big group of enemies. It might just be me, especially when you have long sequences like this. Actually, let's try the white sword and see what it does. .602 to 705. Wow, that's huge healing. Okay, so the white sword provides massive healing. That's good to know, especially with that lead character, so that if I can ever afford to take a round of battle off with that lead character, I can get 100 hit points. Alright, so I'm guessing every chest in this place, or nearly every chest, is going to be spiked. That's just part of the game now. Just part of the deal. But 100 hit points is big, especially for that first row character who takes a lot of punishment. And that pairs especially well with the character wielding the axe in the second row, who's going to get more base damage and more crits anyway. Who can, so, oops, not the white staff. Better move the white sword up to the front for him. Either way, that's great to see. Another light axe. Alright. Well, I definitely am going to want that light axe. So let me drop one of these white staves. Yeah, I think I'm going to drop just the regular white staff here, because that's going to replace what I have there. Alright, so light axe. I'll still have him equip the white axe then, but I will keep the white sword in his inventory so that he can use that for self-healing. And these guys have the cure staff and the heal staff. Because I can see I'm going to need to be more creative, or at least more versatile with my healing. I can see that already. I'm going to just check and see if the... Yeah, here's what I'll do. With a battle like this, I'll use the white sword, white staff, powered staff, heal staff. So I get a guaranteed run this round. And all I would need to do is just avoid getting warp cast on me by those guys. They're another no escape. But maybe towards the end of this battle, if any of these guys are alive, I can do some self-healing with the white sword there. But the light axes in both of these guys' hands is going to be pretty devastating. It's actually going to be pretty funny to see the damage readouts from these guys with light axes, especially if I'm fasting them, as I will be for every boss from now to the end of the game. I do like the way the new spells work, where my red mages have access to that power spell. That's right, I wanted to do some healing. Free healing. $452 to $528. So less than 100 there, but because it does have the random range. Your staff. That was a very nice round. Played out exactly how I wanted it to. Alright, 42 for my red mages. You can see how quickly we're at 32,000 with every level here. So we're going to be sitting at level 50 here pretty soon. Looks like we didn't get any more of the top level spells. That's okay. Haven't been in this room yet. Kaizoku and Wizard Sahags, huh? Wonder if this is the same kind of Kaizoku as the ones from the beginning of the game. Let's see what this guy does. This is a learning experience here. I don't know if he's going to do some really nasty all-targeting death attack or what. Okay, 2 hits, 188. That's pretty nasty. Let's see if I can restore some of that health. Wow. Alright, well I got some of the attack from his second attack that he used on me back. Okay, these guys have tons of hit points too. So that's what I've got these guys in Cure 2 for. Alright, I'm guessing I'm gonna have to go through some kind of gauntlet of enemies to get to that chest down there. So let's prepare. Alright, so nothing yet. And wow, nothing in front of it. Faked me out. Totally faked me out. Wait, well done, ZZ. You totally had me there. So let me just take a look at where the stairs are for this floor, and then I'll exit out, and we'll log our progress, so that I don't have to go through this floor again. I've got that extra light axe and the mage staff down here, which are both huge. Mage staff less so probably than the extra light axe. See if I can get a little bit of healing off here. Both of them got their attacks. That's another fun thing about this game, is having to deal with random action orders. I think a lot of modern gamers probably would not care for, because you give up a lot of control, which we gamers do not like to do. I don't know if I've got. Was that the first one I grabbed? I'm gonna be embarrassed if that was the first one I grabbed. 345, 379. Wow, Tier 2s really don't do a lot of healing. But our characters are we're at the point of the game where it's 32,000 experience for every level, so the last 10 levels or so will come at about the same, or at exactly the same number of experience points, but the number of battles it takes to gain a level is going to get lower as we start fighting battles worth more and more experience. Okay, opal armor. That's good. Alright, so I probably will be able to drop an Axis armor. Let me see what opal armor does in this. Opal armor defends against lightning and poison. So, together with the Axis shield, it will protect against fire, ice, lightning, poison. Together with the Axis shield. So that's going to be great. If I can find another one of those for the fighters, I'll be in good shape. It also provides a pretty nice boost in defense, and a little bit bigger penalty, though, sadly, in equipment weight. But there's an Axis armor I can sell, because you can buy the Axis armors in this game. They are not a rare find-only item. So if I find the stairs here in this floor, then we'll warp out, restock, and come back. Sometime before my last stream with this, I'll have to do the math and see where my hit points, or about where my hit points will be, and about where my damage will be with the final gear. And I will need to kind of come up with a plan, final gear plan for the party. Yeah, the Lightning 3 should take out most or all of the red Sahags. They must just have 200, because that 194 didn't get them. And hopefully this, the Invis 2 will help block some of the incoming attacks. Zeus Gauntlet should take out the other two, the hags. Ooh, probably just enough damage on that last one. That was probably very close to exactly enough damage. But I saved myself the spell charge. I think I've already visited that one. Another thing these battles do, we talked about this before, they kind of break your concentration on the game, and they interrupt your exploration of the floors, and especially these unrunnable battles that have to be played out to their very end, and these ones with bigger groups that take kind of a long time to play out. Kind of forces you to remember, where have I been on this floor? Which direction was I walking on this floor? So that's definitely part of the difficulty of this hack that has more battles like this that take a long time. I think I'm heading back up towards the... Okay, that's the way I came in. I would like to find the stairs before we get out of here, though. Who knows, maybe we'll get to level 50 before we get out of this dungeon. I'm guessing only another part of the unrunnable battles being popping up as often as they do in this game kind of discourages grinding, because by the end of the game, if you're just fighting all the unrunnable battles to their conclusion, you will have fought a lot of battles that a casual player might have run from, and you'll have all the extra experience from all those casual players skipped battles. So you'll end up being at a pretty nice level. I don't know why I can't find the stairs in this floor. I may end up running out of healing here if I keep running around on this floor. But I'd rather find the steps now than have to worry about it later, after I've restocked and be running around and draining my resources fighting these battles. Then 6 ghosts that are unrunnable is a pretty tricky one. Let's hope this gets all of them. My last set of cure spells. So I have enough to explore a little bit more before I'm going to have to give up and warp out of here. Yeah, Cure 2 really doesn't do very much. Yeah, I'm gonna have to warp out. So this battle is runnable, but this might be one of the nastiest ones around. Alright, we'll warp out and restock and see what we can do. I'll sell that extra armor that I don't need. buy 9 feature. Without it, this would be a very long process, and you'd have to do it all the time with this hack. With how much damage your characters take, even with heavy armor, you'd have to be doing this a lot. Holding down the A button. Okay. Good there. Let's restock our progress. See, my gold total is definitely climbing again, quickly climbing. I'm glad I have access to the exit spell. Makes this much more handy. When I almost made it out. Almost made it out. Dazzle's a nasty one. Although I can use my free staff, my free saves to get out of that one. Yeah, the red Sahag's not doing too much to me. With Saber, they could be quite nasty, though. Alright, let's see if I can get a little bit of free healing here. Hopefully I can find the stairs a little more quickly on this next room. I wonder, did anything happen with these thingies? Nothing happened with those. Unless there's something weird about the cube. Did I miss something that the robot said about the cube? Am I supposed to use the cube on those things? I know it sounds silly, but I didn't even look at what the robot said when I got the cube. So I'm just assumed that the cube functions just as it did before. Okay, I've already grabbed that one. And I think I've already grabbed the one down here in the corner. Good damage. And again, just like we're used to, really bad experience comparative to their difficulty. Just like we've always known. Alright, so that was the light axe, I believe. Another long battle. Use Lit 3 here. when I checked those slabs, it said there was nothing here. There was no text that said it looked like there was anything. So it looked like they're just background elements. On whatever those sprites were on the floor. This should get the rest of them. And I think that path up and to the right goes to where I got the opal armor. Which just leaves the center of the room. Maybe I need to watch the screen a little more closely. I'll get some free healing here. It always hurts that sometimes the difference between having to use another big healing item and not just comes down to one slot in the turn order. Alright, there's a level up for that fighter. How are we doing on hit points for everybody? 481, that's okay. The 3, okay, so we've got 3 charges. Good. I was hoping to get that, get as much as we could. And that's the way into that room. I suppose I can't just assume that there is another upper floor here. I shouldn't just assume that, given the way a lot of dungeons have been changed. That might be the difference here. There's those. But did I look down in that corner? Maybe I haven't looked down there yet. Maybe I haven't looked down in the bottom right. And this is a dungeon layout, I have to admit, in the vanilla version that I don't know as well. The Sea Shrine is always one that's been kind of hard for me to wrap my mind around the dungeon layout. I tend to miss more things on this layout. I don't know why in this particular dungeon I have problems with that, but I definitely do. Yeah, we'll have you use Cure Staff and Heal Staff. Alright, so we use Saber. So I would have liked to have all that healing. Again, you wish you could just make that your character go last. Is there anything down here? No, there's nothing down here. Well, maybe I'll have to just head down. And see if the slab is downstairs in this shrine this time. In this version. I think I'm going to have to do that. Because I really don't know where we are here. And I am not finding another way up. and doing lots of exploring, fruitless exploring on a dungeon floor like this with lots of unrunnable big group battles is not very exciting to play or to watch. I think I will do that after. I'll just look in the middle here one more time. But I think I'm just going to exit out, restock and save, and then head downstairs. See if I can get a little bit of healing done. See if the turn order comes favorably for me to get a little bit of healing. Alright, we got just a tiny bit. Alright, good. 43. Yeah, I can't find anything else. 13, 23... 639. Okay, I'm gonna fight one more battle here to just get him his level. In case we get another set of spell charges or something. And then we'll get out and charge up. And I'm ending up gaining more levels than I had planned to. So I was hoping to try to be at closer to regular levels going into these last couple of dungeons, but just you gain levels so quickly with all these unrunnable battles. The experience just piles up. This will get him his level up. Just intelligence and luck. That's not a super great level up. Alright, did I use any potions? Yes, I did. Alright, so after this, I'm going to be heading downstairs. Oh, I need to sell that extra piece of Axis armor. Although I doubt it's worth selling it for the money. And let me make sure that wasn't the Axis armor he was equipped with. Nope. Okay, we're good. Don't like streaming with 0 viewers? Yeah, it's alright, Sandbag. I tell you the truth, playing this one, a game that I'm kind of exploring and experimenting with, where my attention is so much more on the game, it's not too bad. Now, if I'm playing a game that I know really well, and I'm streaming to try to get a lot of interaction, then of course it's not as much fun. But on this one where I'm really trying to focus on the game, it's a little bit easier to not have anybody watching or chatting. So in that way, I don't mind. This next floor up here really stumped me. I don't know if just the dungeon layout just doesn't have a top floor now, like if the mermaid floor has been moved or just completely taken away. I shouldn't assume anything about this game. But normally I go up to the mermaid floor first, and then down. But I could not find another staircase going up. And this fight's gonna drain me. Let's see if I can get some healing here with that before he gets killed. Otherwise, it's going to be taking a big chunk of my heal potions before I've even gotten into the dungeon. Although I'll have to approach the next floor like I've been approaching these other ones where I do a little bit, clear the floor, exit out, and then come back. But I did get the mage staff, I got the opal armor, I got the other light axe. So I've buffed myself up. There's some great equipment on that upper floor. But I'm hoping that I haven't missed something critical up there. Heal myself a little bit more. Great, you got the healing off, and can we kill the water before it takes that hit points away? Very good. Yeah, that white sword really is nice. That powerful healing is quite a bonus. That mend spell is actually a black magic spell, which is kind of cool. That the black mage has access to a little bit of healing. Let's see if we can get this watcher before he does ink on everybody. Good. Yeah, streaming without any viewers with this dungeon in particular has been all right because I'm really trying to focus, and the tension really ramps up. This game, it really takes a lot of focus. All right, there's possibly a significant chest. All right, here's our battle. What's it guarded by? Nothing too scary. Just 2 lit 3s, because I plan to go restock after this floor. So maybe this is the slab. If this is the slab, I'll feel a lot better. Although there's no guarantee that the slab... Well, I suppose the slab has to be somewhere in this dungeon, because I'll have to go to Lefian before I can go to the Mirage Tower. Well, to the the top of the Mirage Tower. Alright, at least we got the rest of the red hags out of there. And there's the shark down. Alright, so let's see if this is the chime. Or not the chime. The slab. Another magic shield. And I don't have any use for the magic shield, I don't think. Which is too bad. But yeah, I don't have any use for the magic shield. I'm well beyond that with this particular party. If I had a party of more mages, I probably could use the magic shield. But I think I've had 2 of them, but have since dropped them both. Because the red mages can equip the Axis shield, which is a lot stronger. And man, these guys are wrecking my first position fighter there. And again, not great experience for the level of difficulty of the battle. The classic ghost troll. Okay. Well, let's continue on this floor, on this mess. So it should just be 3 attacks on the Watcher. Let's see if I can not waste an attack. Oh, didn't quite get there because I got paralyzed. That's me for trying to be economical about my hit distribution. Alright, well I got him anyway in 2 hits. Thankfully. Alright, and this should take the other shark out. Wow, look at that. 792. What a great readout. By weird, do you mean the magic shield being in that chest? Is that what you mean by weird? Oh, never mind. A Genesis 32X can sit inside of an NES top loader. Wow. Can it make connections? Can it actually make port connections? Well, that's the way I came in. That is pretty mind-blowing. I'm just gonna try to run, because these guys are so deadly. With all of their extra stuff. That is really strange. I'll have to look that up when I finish streaming here. Yeah, these guys have warp. They have a lot of really nasty status attack abilities. And nothing there. Okay, so that's the way I came in. So I found the other set of stairs on this floor. Alright, I found the other set of stairs. It's that one way up there. So let's save up here. Yep. Lots of potions. And then we'll head down to the next floor. That is very strange that a 32X can get into a NES top loader. I have a couple of 32X cartridges. They're not with me right now, but I don't actually have a 32X system. But I have a couple of games that I found at thrift stores. Let's Make a Deal is on where you are. That's okay, Shahali. You can be less than attentive. I'm less than entertaining today going through this Sea Shrine dungeon. It's kind of stumping me a little bit, so that's okay. So Sandbag, Let's Make a Deal is on where you are, huh? Your local, whatever local affiliate has picked up Let's Make a Deal. Wayne Brady is mixing it up on there. Gosh, this is a really nasty fight. These guys just do so much damage. I'd rather deal with one of the hag fights. You know, I'm gonna try and mix it up. Well, thank you, Sandbag. I'm glad that I don't need to add a whole lot to this game to make it entertaining. I do agree, though, that often the game itself is entertaining. I just right now, with me kind of lost and kind of exploring and learning, I can't really add much to it. If this was if I was doing a variant run of Final Fantasy V where I could explain what was going on and add to the experience as I was doing things, I could I feel I could add a little bit more to the viewing experience. But for now on, I'm just like, well, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where this thing is. Where does this go? I feel like I'm not adding much to it. That's all. But this dungeon's been quite a slow one. The rate of unrunnable battles has really gone up the last couple dungeons. She just said pause. The contestant dressed as the NES controller. That's pretty cool. I have to admit, I have not watched Let's Make a Deal for a long time. It's been a long time since I've lived in a place that has broadcast that particular show, that particular television program. Oh, yeah, this is one I run from. Just because I can. Very cool, though. So another set of stairs going up. I wonder where this goes now. Let's see if I can count on him to kill the Naga in one hit. See if I can one-round this Naga water battle. Yeah, not quite. Need to get just a little bit more. See if I can get a little bit of healing. Nope. But I'll end the battle. Alright, where does this pop up for me? Crazy places. Alright, so there's a set of steps back down here. I'm speaking out loud so I remember that there's another set of stairs going up down near where I came in. Okay, so this is very, very different. So there's a chest up here that's blocked off from another part of the dungeon. So I can see where ZZ was inspired by the original layout, where you have to kind of backtrack over some of the earlier floors. I can see the inspiration drawn from the earlier layouts, which is cool. Now that I'm no longer running around on that floor above the entrance floor, it's a lot more exciting. Now that I'm back to exploring and not just running around one floor looking for... She said game overed. Yeah, that sounds like Let's Make a Deal. It's pretty wacky. If I remember. She got a high score. Very good. I remember Let's Make a Deal. Pretty wacky. Circlet. Alright. Let me, I'm gonna look up Circlet. Hello, B. Marie. Thank you for popping in. Okay, so Circlet is a red wizard hat that blocks status, poison, and lightning. So it's like a ribbon light, huh? It's like a light ribbon. Thank you for stopping in, B. Marie. I appreciate that. I'm exploring the water temple here. Let me confirm that I don't need the magic shield. Let me confirm that that is way underpowered for me, yeah. The magic shield is way underpowered for me, so goodbye. And hello, Circlets. Yeah, Sandbag, you go ahead and spoil that for me, because you can guarantee that I'm not going to be looking up an illegal stream of a VOD of Let's Make a Deal that aired in North America today, so feel free to spoil away. Let's see if we can just get the shark out of here quickly before the Red Sahag start messing around too much, and that shark does too much damage. Yeah, Dazzle's pretty nasty. Alright, they're all sabering each other, or themselves. I suppose saber, I think it's just a self-targeting spell. I believe it works the same with enemies. So let's see if we can take him out before he gets a turn. Yes, we can. Good. I need to heal up that top guy. Ooh, she passed up on the Fiat. She passed up on, what is it, the Fiat 500? Those cheap little cars that they are giving away on game shows now? Alright, so, oh cool, this is blocked here. And, alright, so there's steps there. Strike first. Okay, cool. I'm going to take this opportunity to get a little bit of free healing. Use the coward staff and the heal staff. So, see if we can just get some free hit points back. Very good. So this dungeon is much more maze-like layout now. Let's see what fun I fight here. Oh, nothing. Nothing fun to fight there. So the chests that are not spiked are almost more of a psych than the ones that are spiked. So I've got 2 choices for stairs now. I'll have to remember this. Okay, so we've got an Opal Gauntlet. Do I have... Let me look up what Opal Gauntlet does. Opal Gauntlet is Poison, Lightning, and Earth. Poison, Lightning, and Earth, and it's... Okay, better than the Atlas Gauntlet, of course. It doesn't cast Temper on oneself. Let me... I'll drop this Pro Ring and pop it there, because I can buy another Pro Ring later if I need to. Okay. So let me just glance down here, remembering that there's another set of stairs way up there. Hopefully this just goes to a dead end. This takes a lot of concentration. Okay, it does not go to a dead end. But let's just go with this path for now. Shall we? I can take that other path later. So managing this new layout is actually quite interesting now. I feel like I should be like taking notes on a piece of paper and a pen. But I haven't been running through my resources now that I haven't been running into as many spiked chests. Alright. We can deal with this. Ooh, not if we get inked. Okay, it only got 1 character. Maybe we can take the Watcher out. Ink is nasty. So if Kraken really could be a problem if it's using ink, if it does so over and over. It could stun us into oblivion. And I want to make sure I don't miss any important pieces of treasure that might be down here. I know that's kind of an obvious thing to say. But in this game where I don't even know what is supposed to be down here, it becomes a lot more important. Where if in vanilla you go, oh yeah, I guess I missed the other light axe or whatever. You know at least what it was you were looking for anyway. It was just the one. Wow, that's crazy. You see that glitch door? I'll have to send that to ZZ. I don't know what's going on with that. Not that it's a problem. Or it's not a problem yet. I think it must just be a graphical glitch. I know there's a different... Okay, it reloaded fine. I'll get a screenshot of that. It reloaded fine after the battle. That was interesting. So we have a pretty high strike first rate, it seems, with this particular battle. Alright, here's the fight. I was just gonna say the spiked battles haven't been as bad recently. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's spread it out. I know this might come back to bite me. Because if they start doing dazzle and stuff, then I'll be dealing with extra shark hits that I might have been able to avoid. Alright, good. We got at least one. That's the big thing. I could have just tried to get one of them, and I ought to be able to one-shot the Sahags with everybody. Even the red wizards should be able to take them down. Alright, and let's see what's in the chest here. Hyper knife. I think I already have one hyper knife. Is that the one I picked up earlier? I'm confirming on the FAQ. Yes. I'm gonna leave that hyper knife there. I'm not gonna drop another weapon to pick it up, but if I ever want it, I know it's there. I've done that with a couple of items in this game. Things that I have not necessarily needed at the time. Why did I do that? I want this. Yes. Want to make sure we get the shark down. Yes, now oh yeah, alright. Now that actually could have been a lot worse. A fasted shark attacking the red mage could have been much, much worse than it was. So we should be thankful. I know I am. I don't know where I'm heading to here now. I'm just totally blindly poking around this dungeon. I don't know what's down here. I do keep going down. I don't know if I'll run into Kraken before I get to the slab. Let's see if I can get lucky again with these guys. If I can avoid a dazzle. Alright. That's okay. I got the dazzle, but it was after I'd already cleared that out. So not a big deal. And in real time, I probably have about 40 minutes or so left of streaming time available today. So I might not actually clear out the dungeon all the way today. If I don't, then I will finish it up in another stream. I think I've got enough hit points. It's another of the same battle. These unrunnables, they just pile up on you. See if I can save a little bit of my spell power. Problem is that those gray sharks are pretty nasty, and the magic just doesn't do as much damage as my red mage's attack. But it helps to spread it out a little bit with the Sahags. But it could be better. It's better the red Sahags than wizard Sahags. Because they really take a lot more damage to bring down. Alright, still got him in one round, though. Good. And yeah, I'm going to be level 50 in no time. Just in this dungeon, I think. Alright, an opal bracelet. Awesome. Let me see. Let me confirm what an opal bracelet does. I should be able to drop an Axis armor for the opal bracelet. Okay, it only defends against fire, but that's okay. It's much better for equipped weight, and the Axis shield already defends against that. So I will drop this Axis armor for the opal bracelet. Even if I can't clear the dungeon fully today, I'll be able to exit out of here and bank all of this great equipment that I've been picking up, which is excellent to help me with the last part of the game. So I've really been buffed up a lot, plus all these levels I keep picking up. And there's an opal helmet, okay? Let me take a look at what I want to do here. Alright, opal shield is 16 and 0, opal helmet is 15 and 3, and it's status poison, and Axis shield is just fire and ice. Okay, yes, so it's an upgrade to the Axis shield to have that equipped. Yeah, so let's do that. It's gonna be this character to equip the opal helmet. So we're upgraded fully that way. I'm gonna go for the Coward Staff. That just casts an automatic run spell that ignores the luck check. So it's a lot more effective than selecting run with that character. Although on the strike first attempts, I still use it, although I probably don't have to, but I just use it out of habit. The Moisture Temple. Hello, Tito Kazim. Yes, this is the Moisture Temple. And these sea trolls are really nasty because they can cast warp. So let's see if we can... I'm going to try to mute one of them. Alright, I can one-shot them with the fighters. That's one thing. I haven't actually fought these guys yet, because once I saw that they can cast warp, I started running away. Because they're one of the few battles that you can run away when they're with sea snakes, but I noticed that this battle is unrunnable. So this encounter set of 4 sea trolls is unrunnable, but when they show up with the sea snakes, then you can run away and get out of here. It represents the troll's natural ability to be trolls. What are water trolls called in D&D? I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know what's in this thing. They have a name. Water trolls in D&D have a special name, and I used to know it. But oh, there's ink. Look how nasty ink is. 3 characters. Okay, it only missed the 4th character. Can I kill the Watcher? Ooh, I can't kill the Watcher. Ink is such a nasty attack in this game. In this version, I should say. Does he have Izuna? He does have Izuna. Oh, that's okay, Tito Kazim. You don't have to look it up unless you're curious for you. Only look it up if you are curious for yourself. I don't need you to do that for me, but I would appreciate it if you do happen to look it up. Let me know what you find. Alright, so Izuna is nice. Of course, that doesn't exist in the vanilla NES version. But we have got to get rid of this Watcher, or we're gonna get toasted. Alright, so it was just one more hit that I needed. I knew it was close, but I needed to get rid of him before he could do ink again. I don't know what... Scrags, yes, thank you. They are called Scrags. They are absolutely called Scrags. What a great name. Thank you for looking that up. Yeah, I'm not sure, Sandbag. I've noticed that too. I hadn't given it much thought because I noticed that it's just quite weak. So I didn't really even think about what it might be. Yeah, maybe I like that guess. Ice or a weak non-elemental. Yeah, getting a kick out of this game. Yeah, there's another one. I don't know what that ability is. All the abilities that are listed, I think, in the README, so I could look all these up. Just many I haven't seen yet. I don't know if kick is like a non-elemental single targeting spell or something like that. I don't know if all those squares are spiked. Yeah, non-elemental single target attack. That's kind of what I thought. Oh, Vortex. Yeah, is Vortex in the vanilla version? That sounds familiar. I haven't thought about that one. Some of the late game abilities that random enemies use, I'm less familiar with. You don't see them as much if you don't spend a lot of time looking for late game monsters. Vortex. Or is that something like, is that the same one that's called Swirl? Because I'm sure there's one called Swirl. Okay, Vortex is just chaos. I wonder, is Vortex a different translation of Swirl? Or is Vortex in the NES version and in the later one? Or Swirl, okay. Because I'm sure I've seen Swirl. For some reason Vortex sounds less familiar in this one, but it might be in a different translation. It might be in... I played the Dawn of Souls one, so it might be in that translation or in the Origins. Okay, Swirl was Chaos's old ability. Okay, so... Ah, there it is. Boom. Boom. Okay. I think what I'm gonna do... I think I'm gonna warp out of here and save. Now that I've got the slab. I'm just gonna get out and save. Because I was so deep in there and I didn't really know where I was. Wasn't really sure where I was going. So I'm just gonna reset everything and get down in there again and see if we can find Kraken. Because I didn't want to start backtracking. I want to bank this progress of... Oops, I'm not buying 9 anymore, am I? Okay, it has a cool animation in the later version. I would imagine most things have a much cooler animation in the later versions of this game. Swirls or tsunamis or whatever you have. Alright. So we found our slab. So that must mean that kind of vindicates me giving up on looking for the mermaid floor earlier. Although I'm wondering if the mermaids are still around here somewhere. I don't know. The mermaids might still be around somewhere in this dungeon. I don't know if ZZ would be cruel enough to completely eliminate mermaids. Oops. Forgot. Powered staff. Yeah, maybe they all grew legs. I think it doesn't... Don't they say in this one that they will turn into bubbles? Which is kind of similar to the Hans Christian Andersen mythos with mermaids. The mermaids are still there. Okay. They are still around. I thought that they would be. I thought that they would be. One exception. Okay, we'll have to see what we can find here. I'm just hoping I have enough time, because I've got about 30 minutes left before I do have to run. And I hope I have enough time to explore most of the rest of the dungeon. If I can get Kraken, that would be nice, but if I can get most of the rest of it explored, That would be good so I can just have a quick shot at it to start the next stream before we go over to Mirage Tower. So they did work through the waterfall pretty methodically. It did take a while to get through the waterfall. Longer than an NES version of the waterfall, because you're not just dealing with wizard mummy battles that you can run away from. Okay. So I'm trying to remember the route I took to get here. I think I remember where I went, and I'm going to take that other staircase when I'm in the... It's going to sound stupid, but I'm going to take the other staircase when I'm in that other place, because I wasn't really keeping track of which floor I was on and how many floors I was going up and down. But I think I'll remember it when I see it. I might not, but I think I will. I'm okay on this first part of the dungeon. And we'll see if we can find those mermaids today. At least I want to find the mermaids, unless they're down by Kraken. Unless Kraken is somehow taken the mermaids hostage or something. Which would be a cool narrative. I absolutely think that would be a cool piece of story. But I'm only just chucking that out. I love this white sword that casts that mend spell. Wish I had 4 of those. Nice to get that big chunk of free healing. You can't guarantee it. Nice. Alright, yeah, let's go all 4 on the Watcher, because he can paralyze. Both of these guys can paralyze, actually. Much as I hate wasting attacks. The statuses really force you to think a little bit more about every single battle, which is something that I do like about this hack, is that having to deal with the statuses so much more forces you to think and plan a lot more. Okay, so I can go up these stairs, and then it's the immediate stairs after this one, I think, that I want to try to take. Let's just call the slab part explored and see what's past that. But I have been marveling at the amount of work it must have taken to put together this project. The more I see of it, and the more I see how it's been redesigned, and the more forum posts about it I read, it really is... I can tell it was a huge effort, and very much a labor of love. So whether a hard-type challenge hack is up your alley or not, I think anyone can appreciate that it really takes a lot of work to put something like this together. And to rebalance everything and keep it as balanced as it seems to be. Okay, so yeah, that's blocked. These are the stairs I want to try, going up to these stairs. Yeah, Tito Kazim, that's what it seemed, that's the way it seemed. I've been on the GameFAQs forums about it. Hey, here's the mermaid floor. I was so close to the mermaid floor. Neat. I'm hoping, although I'm just kind of hoping against hope, that it is also enemy-free. But I know that's probably a pipe dream. What do they say? Okay, the river near the town is full of dangerous enemies, so this must have been, just like the NES version, supposed to be where I went first. Okay, we will become bubbles. Okay, here's the exception. That was the one? Was it the mermaid with the different dialogue? Let's see if we can get that Kaizoku out before he does a nasty attack. Nope, we can't do it before he gets a nasty attack. He got a nasty attack to lead off the last battle, too. Oh, the exception was the encounters. Yeah, there we go. Yep. I still want to chat with them. Okay, so I still can go up to that corner, so there still must be some cool bit of gear that I want. I assume that there's still something awesome over here. Although I can't imagine what now that I found the slab further down. So probably I'm trying to put my head into the, put my mind into the designer's mind. He probably expected the player to come up here first. Because this is the first set of stairs that you run into going that way. So he probably expected me to come up here first. So if he wanted to put something up here, that would be kind of a tricksy little thing. I'm trying to figure out what I would do if I was designing this game. Yes, Tito Kazim, I was just a little bit scared of that narrow hallway as well. But thankfully, nothing bad happened. Let me see if there's going to be something bad in front of this chest. Wow, nothing bad in front of this chest. Oh, and it's just a pro ring. Okay, well, I'm going to leave that. Because I can buy those. I have no need for a pro ring. Hello, Ark. Welcome, welcome. Actually, strike first. Let's do this. Let's get some health back from you. So that's a nice chunk of free healing, and I bet we can get him. Very good. So that battle just got me 100-some hit points for free. Yeah, I can imagine spiked encounters all along that way. Alright, and I can approach that one. Opal shield. Oops. Yeah, can my opal... Okay, it's only knight and ninja, so... Yes, and that's gonna be better than my axis shield. So I've got the full set of opal gear. Yes, Ark, you're right, this place was no encounters in the original, so that's been something that has been changed. Sandbag just pointed that out. I was asking before, kind of rhetorically, whether or not the mermaids were still in this dungeon because they're not where they normally are, and Sandbag said, yeah, the mermaids are there, but there's one difference. And then as soon as I entered the floor, I got into a battle, and he said, that's the difference. Or I should say, Sandbag said, that's the difference. Another heal staff. That's going to be... That's going to be big. That's going to be a big one. So let's get rid of this sun staff. Because I'm not going to be wanting to... I'm not going to want to cast Harm 1 with anybody. And let's resort a little bit. Because I'm going to want the heal staff in the hand of this guy. And let's put... yeah, let's do that. The cure staff, I kind of want to keep the cure staff for a little bit stronger single target healing. Because it does a little bit more, I think. I mean, it does Cure 2, which is not super powerful when it comes out of the staff, but it's a little bit more than the heal staff. This guy's... okay, so it's the last guy that has the coward staff now. Yes. And actually, after I dropped it, I saw that I have that extra knife. I don't need that hyper knife. I should have dropped the hyper knife, but I seriously doubt I'll ever use the sun staff again. I very much doubt that I would ever use the sun staff, so that's fine. But next weapon I need space for, I'm going to drop that hyper knife, because it casts the spell lock. I don't know if I'll need that. Yeah, okay, so that's the same mermaid as before. Alright, that looks like it's a warp tile out. But I don't know if I need... yeah, I don't know if I really need a warp tile out at this point. So I'm gonna go back the way I came. Although I'm not quite sure where to go after this, because I went down towards the slab. I went back down towards the slab. Well, the thing, Ark, there, I have access to the exit spell, so I might as well do a little bit more crawling while I can. I know it's always a good idea to be conservative about that, but I have the exit spell now on both red mages and plenty of charges on it. So I'm going to try to do a little bit more crawling. I know that's probably, you know, more aggressive than you normally probably would want to be with this. But I feel like I just got down in here. If you just joined as I was on this floor, I had cleared out several floors before this and just basically ran right from the entrance up to this floor, having cleared everything else out between the entrance and here. So I really haven't been in the dungeon very long before coming up to this floor. I don't need to spread my attacks out quite as much as I have been. I can do this. So I'll have to see if I continue on towards where the slab was. I'll have to try to I think there was one alternate path I didn't explore. If I go towards the slab room. But yeah, you were right about there was no encounters on this floor at one time. Now we've got them. That extra heal staff is nice. And there are heal helmets in this game. It's listed in the README. So there's at least one. I don't know if there's two. I think there are 2 heal helmets in the NES version, I believe. But that white sword is quite nice. I hope I find another one of those, because it casts a much stronger single target spell. So what after this game's done? The next project after this I want to do is, and you're not gonna like this, Ark specifically, you're not gonna like this, but I do want to go after that Blue Marlin record again. I do want to go after the Blue Marlin single segment record. So when this is done, I might I might do a couple of streams of that. Okay, so there's a couple of extra areas in this game. Okay. Okay, alright, so I already grabbed that. So you knew it was going to be Blue Marlin? Well, so after Blue Marlin, though, after Blue Marlin, I plan on taking a look at Gron's Final Fantasy. After Blue Marlin. Okay, I don't know if I went up in this room before. So maybe it's a little detour in this room. So GFF might be one that I do. If I can get that Blue Marlin single segment speedrun record. But I might do them both at the same time. And then I'm also thinking about doing more Final Fantasy V variant things. I had a lot of fun with the solo Time Mage. Oh, I haven't been in here yet. Okay, so this is a new area for me. So I grabbed the slab. This is a new area for me, though, so... Alright. I've barely used any houses in this game. Actually, I haven't used many of my spell charges down here for this run, so let's go ahead and use those now. Because I'm going to have to fight this battle again. But it's good to know that there is that he did put a warp panel in there for anyone who doesn't have any Mage-ly classes. They can run up, get that warp tile out, and then start back down there. 4 freelancers? That would be kind of a fun one. Yeah, I like just the idea of Final Fantasy V variants are pretty cool. Because the game is so versatile. 4 freelancers would be cool. Another red shield. I think I'm gonna want that. And I'll worry about my resistances in a bit. Because Axis shield is 12, red shield is 12, yeah. And that gives me better protection. The red does the red shield. Yeah, 4 freelancers just using all kinds of crazy equipment would be pretty cool. Oops, I want armor. Yeah, no, alright. Well, actually, yeah, now that he has resistance to death, he can go to the Zeus Gauntlet. Yeah, you would be using tons of special weapons and lots of, and their properties. I can imagine it would be cool having access to all 12 of the legendary weapons. That would be kind of a neat thing. And then you'd be using the Wonder Rod probably a good bit for various buffs and debuffs in the end game. It would be a cool run. Would you be angry if I stole that idea from you? I hope you wouldn't be too angry. Because I've been reading the solo runs, but I've also been reading T-Hawk's. He's done some party variant runs, and they're also interesting in a different way because you're using more of the cutesy stuff. Ah. All right, he got the attack off at least. We should get the shark here now. All right, a couple more chests. Oh, that's right. I already grabbed that one. All right. Yeah, that wouldn't be half bad, and that one might be a decent one for streaming because you wouldn't be relying on too much luck like you would in the solo playthrough. There's going to be a lot of bosses where you're going to rely on luck, especially when you're fighting Neo X-Death, and you need to not have Grand Cross kill you with Petrify, or White Hole knock you out before you can protect yourself from it, or Meteo pop up. If you have a party, you'd be able to do a lot more, yeah. I can see Mage Mashers and things being important in that run. Both level 5. level 45. Oh, okay, you think ignoring Wonder Rod would be... Okay, oh, these are the stats Freelancer can equip. Okay, can inflict. I think I may have already grabbed this one. Silence, darkness, aging, death, paralyze. Oh, he got ink off. Ink is always such a devastating attack. Oh, I don't have the free staff, but I do have Izuna. Up there's kick. And it does restore their poison status, so I don't have to worry about the pure potions outside of battle. And I think I may have already grabbed this chest, so I'm wishing I went the other way. But that was a while ago. Oh, another battle sword. Okay. Don't need that one, because you can actually buy those. Yeah, you can cast Protect, Haste, Life. You can use the Mirage Vest, too. So you can get Blink on yourself. Yeah, and have Image. There we go. So just as we said that at the same time. You can get Image from the Mirage Vest. Okay, this might be the one I've already grabbed. Let me confirm that, but I believe this one I've already grabbed. Yeah, you want to talk about anything but the game we're watching. That's okay. Hopefully I can finish out this floor. I think I've already gone down here. This chest I already think I've grabbed. So I'm gonna head up after this, and I hope that there's another set of stairs up there that continues down towards Kraken. Because I feel like I've been working pretty judiciously with my resources on this particular attack, that I might be able to handle a fight with Kraken. At least an attempt at it. Yeah, you're right about that. The Thief Knife lets you get better access to that. The NES controller contestant just made it to a special level in Let's Make a Deal. Wow. Wayne Brady's got to be excited. Yeah, okay, so I've already checked that chest. And I left that hyper knife in there because I just didn't need it. So let's continue kind of northeast on this floor and see what's that way, because I've already gone down there. That went towards the slab. Alright. And I am running low on time of streaming today, so whatever I can clear out in this particular crawl, if I run out of resources and have to exit out, or if I get to Kraken and fight Kraken, that'll be the end of the stream today. So hopefully we can get to Kraken quickly. Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. So just keep resetting the battle until you get the rare steel from Shinryu. Wow. And an extra gold. I didn't know Go-Go had an extra gold hairpin. That's cool. Okay, so that's the way I came down. I'll have to go up and over. And I did see another set of stairs going down, so I hope that these go around to that other set of stairs that I saw going down. And I hope that that's the last floor, although I'm not assuming it will be. I haven't really been tracking what floor I'm on. This is a pretty disorienting dungeon. Helped you? Oh, yeah, that would be in your Time Mage run. Oh, that's right, because there's one in the pyramid and one in X-Depth Castle. There's two. That's right. So you can. I forgot there was two. The floors is kept the same. Yeah. The one thing I would assume that it's probably difficult to change the number of floors. In hacking, although I'm only guessing at that. But I haven't been tracking what floor I've been on. So I hope, no, this doesn't turn down. So I don't know if I'm on B5 or whatever. Because I think you come in the NES version, you come in on B3, then you go up to B2 and then up to B1 to the mermaids. And then when you want to go down, you have to go like down to B4 and then back up to like B2 and then back down to B5. I think you have to do kind of that weird thing. You traded a trip to the Bahamas to a trip to the Panamas. So does that mean she gets to go to Panama City, Florida? Is that her big reward? Okay, that might go down to the stairs I'm looking for. Yeah, a trip to Panama City, Florida would not be as exciting to me as a trip to the Bahamas. No offense to our friends in Panama City, Florida, but it's kind of a spring breaker kind of town. Isn't it? I think it's kind of a spring breaky town. Which I'm a little bit too old for spring breaky kind of activities. At least the MTV spring break generation kind of activities. So I guess I'm going to head back towards the slab and see if there was an alternate path towards the slab, because I see a set of stairs over there that are beyond my reach on this floor. So I'll see if there's another set of stairs near where the slab is. This encounter rate is just makes crawls of the dungeon very slow. The encounter rate and the unrunnable battles, especially this one, there's a lot of hit points represented in this fight. I'd be curious to know exactly how many hit points are in the enemy set of this fight. So it seems like all four of these enemies have like 500 plus hit points. Okay, so that was a 521, didn't kill him, so... But I can pretty reliably get them with 2 attacks, thankfully, these days. Yeah, this dungeon is kind of a gauntlet, a mad grind. Unless you're talking about MTV's The Grind. That was also a mad grind. I don't know if any of you are... Anyone watching is old enough to remember MTV's The Grind. I don't know how long that was on television. Oops. But I was fairly young when it was on. And you've just made me think of it with talking about something being a mad grind. Whoops, not cure staff. Forgot that this guy has the coward staff now. Alright, so there's that. Let me see if there's another set of stairs up here. Yeah, okay. I think I know where I'm going now, because I think I went to the left to get the slab, and I'm going to go up and to the right here to try to pick up, see if I can go to that other set of stairs going down. See if I can heal a little bit. Yeah. Ark, it might just be my generational bias talking, but if you didn't get MTV until recently, you missed the best days of MTV. That's just my opinion. I don't know if anyone else feels differently. If you do, that's fine. Okay, so the slab was on the upper part of that thing. The slab was up there. I'm now on the lower part of this. And there was another chest down here. So I have no idea what it is. So let's see, because that was the slab up there. You'd be more likely to watch VH1 Classic. Well, VH1 Classic probably has a pretty good selection of the videos that would have been playing on MTV during what I would call the best days of MTV. So, yeah, I agree with your taste. During the times when, if you wanted to see a music video, you could not just go and watch a music video on demand for free whenever you wanted. You had to watch television programs and wait for your music video to come on. Alright, another Atlas Gauntlet. I might actually save that one. Yeah, I'm gonna save that one. Well, maybe I'll drop a pro ring and pick it up, because I can buy pro rings later. I can't buy the Atlas Gauntlet here. So I'll do that. If I decide I don't want it later, I can always just drop it and then buy another pro ring. Let's do that. Yeah, Ark, that was not a horror story for me. That was my life. That was my existence. I had a tape recorder, and I would just listen to the radio, and if I heard a song coming on, I'd have to run across the room and hit record and hope that I had a blank tape that was synced up to an empty spot. Alright, I think this might be Kraken here, team. Nod sagely, I like that. Okay, this room is a reference to the final room. Of the Sea Shrine. Yes, B. Marie, the art of the radio mixtape is kind of lost, and I listened to some of mine before I moved to Ireland. I recorded a bunch of them into MP3s so I could bring them with me. I hadn't listened for a long time. They always have lots of bumper material, radio bumper material, because radio DJs will often talk over the intro to a song before the lyrics kick in. So you always get lots of extra material. I wonder what's up there. So you always get lots of, like, the DJs joking about the weather or making topical jokes, and a lot of them that I had like jokes about Monica Lewinsky and stuff on these mixtapes that I have, like, you know, a obnoxious FM radio DJ making jokes about Monica Lewinsky. Yeah, it is a time capsule. And VHS recordings often have really awesome commercials from the late 80s and early 90s. You get to see, like, Michael Jordan and Larry Bird and their awesome Big Mac commercial. That's another free staff. I'll go ahead and drop my hyper knife. I can't imagine using lock. Well, I don't want 3 free stabs. You know what? I'm going to leave that. Yes, a prehistoric item called a Game Boy. Those 89 brick Game Boys are great. I didn't get one until years later, though. I got one for just a few dollars at a garage sale or the like. Okay, time to focus up here. So I'm going to be kind of talking myself through the process here, so I'm sorry if I'm annoying while I get set up for the Kraken fight. So I'm going to get all the hit points back that I can with magic and with potions. Okay, so hit points are full. Let me see what we have for our resistance here. Atlas Gauntlet and Opal Gauntlet for the second character. He's got 6450. I'm sure Opal's going to be better. 6147, yeah. Opal Gauntlet. So I'm going to be using Invis 2 here. Yeah, I think I've got the equipment the way I want it. I'm going to be probably continually using Invis 2 from these guys. Do they both have it? Yes, they both have it. Yeah, and I'm having my fighters kind of buff themselves. I've also got fast. And I've got my free stabs. Let me make sure I have the free staves distributed differently. Let's do that. Let's put the free staves with the fighters in case they get paralyzed by the ink attack. We've got free staves from the fighters. And we've got Izuna from both of these guys. I think have Izuna, yes. Okay, I think we're ready, team. Alright, no random battles before Kraken. Very good. Here we go. Time for a seafood snack. Alright, let's fight. Alright, so I'm gonna boost myself first. And let's try to get a couple of Invis 2 casts up. Alright, there's one. And then after this, I'm going to switch to fasting and tempering the fighters. Alright, so Ink only got one character, which is nice. Ink only got one character. Fast. There it is. Yeah, one hit for 26 damage on my fighter. One hit for 26 damage. There's Ink again. Okay. Just a couple guys. Okay, so it's time for Izuna next round. Time for Izuna now. 10 hits, 852. What a readout. What a readout. Nice. Okay, here comes Ink again. Alright, that got one of the fighters. 10 hits, 937. Again, what a great readout. Look at that. Yeah, so I guess I'll just power myself. But I don't know, with the kind of damage I'm doing, yeah, 1083. 10 hits for 1083. What a beast. What a beast. I love this. And power is like almost 3 times as powerful as temper. Alright, here's Ink again. Okay, missed that guy, so... But he's been powered, but he hasn't been fasted. But let's see this readout. 880. Pretty good damage there. So I'm glad I have Izuna. Okay, there it is. There's Kraken. Wow. Well, Kraken was acting like Glass Joe, but that really was still pretty tense. That was still pretty tense. Wowee. That was a really exciting fight. That's one thing about what this hack does. Is it really makes these fights a lot more exciting. While even this one is spiked, you couldn't give me a break on the spike in the boss room. Okay, so Kraken had a spell that I dodged that does huge damage. Is it that thunder spell or a boosted version of the thunder spell? Because I kind of fought Kraken like you would fight Kraken in a regular game. Okay, Rain Staff, that has a free casting of fog too, so I'm gonna want that one. So let's dump the hyper knife. Okay, you won't spoil it. Okay, that's okay. I might find that on my own. Wow, another battle here in the boss room. Wowee. You'll write a note to Zonk letting him know that you saw somebody fight Kraken and not deal with the nasty attack. Wow. Well, that timed out really nice, everybody. Everyone who tuned in to watch. That timed out nice because I am just over the time I had budgeted for today. And my fight with Kraken, I think, was pretty slick, although I guess I dodged a nasty bullet there, but it still was a pretty tense encounter. All of these fiends are, when you're not sure what to expect, this kind of recreates the feeling that I had when I was a kid, of not really knowing what to expect from these fiends. I remember each one when I was a kid fighting them, like, what's this going to be? And, like, I just fought through this long dungeon, and if I die, I have to go all the way back to the dungeon. So it was always very tense. So, yes, I will remember to save. Yes, I will do that. I'm going to head to the inn now and take care of that part. But I do want to thank everybody for sitting through me looking around for the mermaid's room when in the room that they were not in. Ah, yes, Tito Kazim, I will remember to hold reset while I turn the power off. There's the nice tip for us. But I appreciate everybody hanging around when I was sitting there in the room waiting for waiting to find the mermaids when they were not going to be found, and watching me go through that dungeon. But I think everything went pretty smoothly. Again, I'm over-leveled to where I am now, so I anticipate the next couple of dungeons, and especially the last one, to be pretty intense. Now, I plan to do probably 2 more streams on this. I will probably do 1 more stream where I go through the Mirage Tower and the Sky Castle, if I can get those done in one stream. And then I will save a whole afternoon for trying to take the Temple of Fiends. I'm going to save a whole, I don't know, I'm going to allot a lot of time for that because it's supposed to be pretty scary. But again, I appreciate everybody stopping in, and we'll hope to talk to you in other chats and see you next time I'm streaming, hopefully. Thanks again.